It is raining outside. It has been raining for quite some time. Figured that we can just tackle some mini home projects around the house that I personally been putting off. So much so that I couldn't do it all in this one sitting. I literally planned this video out at the beginning of the year because I said I need a time to just do all the things that I cannot get to. And I feel like I'm not the only one. We can do this together. If you're watching this video, go ahead and put it on the big screen, have it play in the background. And I figured this can be like us chatting together, working together at the same time on those tasks that you just did not want to do, but you should be doing or you've been pushing off for too long. But for the most part, this is just going to be a very chill, cozy, casual, productive video. We are going to start checking all the things off our list. So as usual, I have them all written down. These are some random projects, but they need to be done. The first one is that I want to add some tape to the entryway rug. So the rug's been down, but it has not had rug tape on it. I've noticed that the scallops have been lifting because of just the traction from the wheel, stroller, the door. I wanted to show our bathroom cabinets to y'all. So we have one bathroom cabinet. One. I was trying to figure out how I can make a video around it, but I said, y'all, this is not even worth it. In our kitchen, I have this random outdated light. I've never seen anything like this. I just wanted to cover it. And y'all, I think I may have found the lampshade. The lampshade. Also gonna be putting some organizational baskets above the kitchen cabinet. I want to start a mini herb garden. I started last year. Started as we went to the farmer's market, bought one, tried it out, and it died on me within 1 week. And this year, our plan is to start. And we can do this together, especially if you plan to do one. And if y'all have any tips, please leave them down below. The last thing that I want to do is hang up this large print that I have. Bought a print last year, hung it up on the wall, and it broke. I haven't been back to IKEA to pick up another frame, and I just went back a couple of weeks ago and picked up a different frame. So I'm like, let's go ahead and hang it in a different spot, and then let's go ahead and paint it. That is something that needs to be up. It's literally just been under my bed this entire time. These are all the most random projects that I need to do. They're all small, low stress, but I figured why not just do it together. About 2 weeks ago, we went to IKEA, and y'all, I haven't been there in over a year and a half since we moved into our home. I had racked up a list of things that I kept putting off that I needed from IKEA, like a photo frame. I started a new hobby, and I wanted to find inspiration for starting my own herb garden on our patio, and I needed some small space ideas, and then a lampshade to cover up a random light that we have in our kitchen. And I completely forgot just how incredible the small space solutions are here. And there were so many new items on the market. I was blown away by the color, the texture of a lot of these items. I came across this brown soft pendant lampshade that I had not seen before. This is different, but I'm liking this. Oh, it's a very soft material too. Ooh, I like this a lot. Different, but I think it's fun. This is our kitchen light, and it's kind of an eyesore as it sits off to the side of the track. I have always had the idea to cover it because when you turn it on, it is so bright, but I didn't know how. And we had the issue trying to remove the light and the cord from the track as it seems to be on one attachment setup. So I put in a maintenance request, and they were so kind to put up the lampshade. But after a couple of attempts and the lampshade wasn't properly standing over the light and the lampshade kept falling, haphazardly, a metal piece fell from the pendant lampshade, and we both realized that that piece can be removed, y'all. He slid the lampshade over the light and wrapped the cord between the metal piece that held up the lampshade and kept the cord in place. I have finally found some storage drawers that actually fit into this bathroom. There's a pipe down there, and it's small, super narrow, and I've been working with it for a while, and that's why I feel comfortable enough to share it with you all. These are the bins that I found, and they're stackable, and they have drawers with this pipe back here. I've tried so many other options, nothing else worked. Here's the magic of it. I have all of my travel stuff here. I never had a proper place for travel items, and I went through and completely threw out things that I wasn't using. All of this is miscellaneous, and this stacks on top. It snaps in place. Y'all, it closes. It ain't my business. If it's on the edge, it's not my business. It fits. I also bought a pack of 4 storage bins with lids to group together a small health and care section. I really like that it came with the marker and labels, which help keep things pretty organized. And for some strange reason, I think I deleted the footage of me organizing all the bins. So this is just the after once everything is sorted through. But there's a bin for headaches, cramps, and migraines. Think pain relief section. Another bin is pregnancy related items, a bin for cold and flu essentials, and the 4th one is baby essentials, which I keep tucked away by the TV console. And surprisingly, y'all, they fit perfectly in this spot tucked away under the bathroom cabinet. Think of this as like our mini wellness zone. So this is the print that I'm eager to hang up. I just admire architecture in this city, and I just don't think it gets enough love. There's so much design here. Chicago is known for its Art Deco style, which is why this is gonna be a whole other video. I did not want to change the brown cabinets here. I want to work with them. My grandmother used to have a Roman desk. Crazy to me how you can see one of these in one area and they look totally different in another area. This actually segues into one of the questions one of you guys asked me, because I say y'all a lot, asked what side of Texas did I grow up on. I am actually born and raised here in Chicago. Moved to Texas and was there for almost 11 years. And if I recall, I think like people here say y'all too. I don't ever remember saying anything other than y'all. I think the accent maybe gotten stronger being in Texas, but I've always said y'all. People online said that they can hear my Chicago Midwestern accent as well. Now that I finally have a frame, I think we should color it. As usual, I got your input over on Instagram, and the majority of y'all said blue, and I agree. I'm painting the frame a denim blue. It's totally outside of my usual color palette, but it's giving coastal city vibes. I would have to get a custom frame for this picture to fit, and I don't feel like doing that. So all I'm going to do is literally place this picture over the mat, and that way if I ever want to swap out the photo, I at least have a matte frame in here that I can work with. I'm just gonna eyeball this and make sure that it's straight. It looks pretty straight to me. And then I'm literally just gonna take some tape, take the back of the picture. It looks so good. The plan is to put the picture up here. The original plan was that I wanted to add shelves here, which I think is going to be a project down the line. I had it on the opposite side of this little wall, but that side has my hanging tea basket now. So according to Google, these frames are 3.97 pounds. What Katherine is going to do is double up on them. For some odd reason, the picture frame command hook was not gripping to the back of this frame, and I tried several times. So temporarily, I used 2 push pins until I can find another command option. I just have to show y'all my wallflower. This doesn't scream spring. I don't know what else does. And it's a projector, so it shows up with flowers on the wall. I currently have a scent in here that reminds me so much of fall, but Bath & Body Works came out with a spring version called Sweet Carrot Cake. Sweet cream cheese frosting, fluffy carrot cake, and cinnamon spice. Y'all. Thank you all who sent in questions. This is so fun. You asked, how would you handle downsizing to living in a house with another family member, say your brother, with your husband and infant daughter? A really, really good question. I have more questions for you. Where are you living in that house? Is it in an apartment? Is it in a house? Does it have multiple bathrooms? Do you have your own section of the home? Coming down to how long you're there, what areas are you occupying? How much of that home with your brother are you sharing? And how how much space do you have? Because then that would determine what you declutter, how you downsize, what you get rid of. Maybe storing a lot of your items inside of a storage unit that you know you are going to want to take with you to the next place. And maybe only keep items like clothing, bedding, maybe toys for your baby, toiletries. I think I would treat it similar to you stayed in a hotel or Airbnb. You will only bring your essentials. So when it's time for you guys to move, you will already have those items. You just take them out the storage and move them into your next home. Another home project that I wanted to do that I have been putting off for so long is adding rug grippers to our entryway rug. So this is our scallop entryway rug. The only thing that I'm finding to be a little bit of a hassle are the actual scallops themselves. You see how it folds upwards, and I've tried to hold them backwards. They'll stay flat for a short time and curl back up. It's just the end of the scallops that would get caught in the door. So I eventually did my research and I ended up getting these grippers for the rug, and I went with these specifically because they had really great reviews and no one said anything about them being difficult to remove once you're ready to move your rug, but they said it did a really good job at staying in place. And a lot of these grippers that I've seen, people have said like it does a great job at keeping your rug in place, but it is so difficult pulling it back up, and it usually peels up whatever you have underneath it. It damages your floors. Because we're renting, I didn't want that to be a possibility. We are going to try these out. This is what we're working with. Strips. I like that they do show you that if you have a corner rug, a circular rug, or a multi-big rug or edge of a rug. So this is probably the one I'm going to try to go with. I'm going to cut them and add them underneath the scallops. I don't want to do a lot because I honestly do not know till I remove it. Like, will there be residue? Will it peel off this laminated floor? I'm only going to do what we need. So much better. So much better. It's way too windy. Oh my gosh. Fruit then came out of his pot. Oh my God. Went down a rabbit hole of just all the dreams that I had for our patio, but I realized how unrealistic they were because there's just so many levels to gardening, and you're literally taking something from nature and putting it inside your home. And there's just more delicacy and work that goes into it. I decided that the herbs that I wanted to have were beginner friendly, and I decided to go with basil, mint, and parsley. And I've done a ton of research on them, and I also have heard that at least basil and parsley are wild, so that's why I wanted to put them in small pots. I wanted to control their growth. I decided to use plant pots that I already owned because I have plant pots that do not have holes in them. I do not feel comfortable drilling my own holes in them right now. I decided to just order these clear nursery pots that have a ton of drainage holes at the bottom. 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches, and 7 inches. This is my strawberry plant pot. It looks really beautiful on the patio. It does not have a hole in it. Planted the basil that we have inside of a nursery pot. This next one, our parsley, got hit hard by the winds, and then my mint, which smells lovely. I feel like I may do a whole video on it if this goes well. If not, y'all won't see a video. Finally, y'all, decided to get grow lights, but I found these clip-on grow lights, and this clip's strong, y'all. I really like the idea of having this clipped on here because it's not taking up more space, but you're able to adjust these goosenecks and have it aiming over all your plants and herbs. I didn't know they come on a timer. What is today? I think today is Tuesday. I had them on Sunday. Gosh, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 2 days days and I've already seen a significant difference in all of my plants and herbs. I have them right here in front of our window. There's a lot of light that comes in. The sun rises, they get a ton of light. And then while it's gloomy, the grow lights really does a great job. One of you all asked a question, how to mix patterns and colors. You are so good. Thank you so much. Now that I'm in my motherhood era, I didn't start mixing and matching until now. And I think it's been a mashup of everything that I love. And I used to be intimidated by adding patterns to different things in my home. But the more that I started doing it, it all just works together. And I think the key is that they're similar colors and the colors work well together. I have about 3 core colors in our home that I'm always looking for whenever I want to bring things in our home. So I love the fact that these baskets, one are scallop, but they're large. And I think this is gonna work great in the closets. Right now I have bags that are large that's holding some kitchenware, but it's not ideal. It's not a lot in there, but I feel like if it's a lot more sturdy, it'll be safer in here. I think this is going to work. I think I'm gonna grab a third one just in case if this fits on top of our cabinets, it'll be helpful to have a third one. I'm very, very happy about these baskets. Like even if they don't work in the closet, I think they're gonna look beautiful on top of our cabinets. We'll see. Because so many of you all was like, why do you use the top portion? And at the time, I wasn't thinking about that. I mean, I had so much other things going on. But now that things have slowed down, I was like, I can use that space up there. Okay, it fits, it fits. So this was not a part of the plan, but I literally just came in and was so eager to see where these could fit. More than one doesn't fit in here, at least vertical. And so I can only get one in there. These are probably gonna go above the shelf in the kitchen. These were the bags that I had before that I was telling you about. I love them so much. All I had in them were clear containers that I did not use. I originally had these with our snacks and pantry, but I realized I didn't like the clear look of it. I'd rather just have had baskets. I just texted my friends to see if anybody wanted them. I thought I would use them after the 1.5 years of being here, and I haven't touched them. So I think that the organization we have is great. What I had left in here was literally extra syrup. Wait, I have peppermint in here? Not know I have peppermint syrup. Let me go ahead and use this. I knew I had the apple and brown sugar cinnamon because I have them inside of the bitter bottles. That's so funny, but it still held them really well. It's not a flimsy basket. We always have things that need to be stored, so this is a good option. I feel like I can also place my Holston items in here too. There's nothing in this one. I love this. It's filling in the space in a mean way. That's why I wanted to go with scallops. It just adds that element of feminine and cute. And nothing's in this one. I don't have a desire to fill it up. If we do, we have the option. But so far, like everything has a home. This is just an option. This is our laundry room. So this is our little laundry area. And those of us that live in Chicago know that it is an honor to have a washer and dryer. I grew up having to walk to the laundromat. So I'm so grateful for a laundry and dryer and a dishwasher. All that can fit in here is the washer and dryer itself, and it's stackable. I honestly thought about like kind of painting and wallpaper, but it'd be so hard to do so because these are literally connected to these huge pipes in the back. I don't know if you all noticed, don't have any more space in the bathroom room cabinet. And the only things that we put under our kitchen sink was pertaining to the kitchen. All of our cleaning supplies had to go somewhere. I found another rolling rack that fits perfectly in this spot. This is literally the exact same one as the one in our kitchen, but it is the 3-tier one. Living in a small space really holds you accountable, because you can't bring so much stuff in. And if you do, you have to have a solution for where you're gonna store it. That's why it was so important to separate what we had under our kitchen sink cabinet and what we have in our laundry room. Because everything came in family size on multiple packs, we will have those packs, but we wouldn't be able to get through them quick enough, so they just really took up space. And then we started putting them in 2 different bathrooms and not using one of them, using some of the other one would expire. Now we literally have one of each. All of this is our cleaning solution. Also shares the space with our laundry items. But we have our stain treater, dry sheets. Recently added was pet stain odor remover. On this second shelf, I do have my hand mix all-purpose soil. I forgot I had this. This looks like everything for the bathroom. We literally have 3 items that we use to clean with. And at the bottom, we have some home defense, grip for the rug, and some Swifters. Swifter duster, peeling device, things that we don't necessarily have to reach for all the time. And then we also have our microfiber towels that I just literally fold up and place them at the top. This one actually needs to be cleaned, and place them in here so they're just easier to grab. This is our multi-functional laundry rolling rack. Found this video helpful, motivated you to just check 1, maybe 2 things off your to-do list. 1, be proud of yourself. You're doing a great job. And 2, go ahead and share it with someone else who needs that motivation. They don't feel so alone and feel like they're behind. I'm so glad that y'all kept me company. It made this worthwhile. I'm so grateful that you're here and I got to spend the day with you. As always, y'all, I will talk to y'all later.